Okay, so I started to watch second module from this program. So to new people, I started to watch a program called Imperium Academy, which was created by Charlie Morgan, and this program is like business based. So the main goal of this program is to start a business, and I am trying to. I am not there yet, but I am trying at least, right? And the second module of it is about mindset, and I've watched two videos which were like 3 hours long, so 6 hours of content. It wasn't easy to watch. It was very mind blowing, let's say. It was like very difficult to grasp. So this video will be like I will try to grasp this thought and like keep it in my brain. Like I want to learn through telling that this to someone to like learn from it then. So these two videos were about how our beliefs basically rule our existence. So every belief that we have is somehow impacting our life, and this is of course sounds very like it is very simplified, but this is a huge idea when you really think about it, because in this module, in this video, he told that when we have some beliefs and they are negative and positive, and like we have beliefs about all sorts of stuff. We can have beliefs about like our country, our family, our school, our like some objects, even like do we like apples. It's also like I like apples, and this is my belief that I like apples, and it's not impacting my life in any way, but I have this belief. And now when you have also other beliefs that are impacting you, so I don't know. Before I was 16, I believed that I cannot whistle because I was disabled, and I am disabled. And it doesn't make any sense, right? Like, this belief isn't logical, but I believed in it because I have some evidence in the past. Someone told me that I am disabled and I cannot do certain things, and I believe that I cannot whistle. But I can whistle, of course. So our beliefs are very limited, and they are like rigid, and most likely not true, because we are just humans and we know nothing about the world. So we are very like we look for efficiency. So when we think about certain like stuff that is happening in our lives, we are simplifying things and looking for the easiest answer. So we can make beliefs that aren't logical, but for us they are. So I can believe that democracy is great, but someone can believe that it isn't. And most likely it isn't, and like it's not my fault, and it's not this person's fault, because we have just different upbringings and then have different experiences. And after all, democracy is created concept. It doesn't exist in real world, right? It is just a concept. I cannot touch democracy. And I cannot touch money, for example. Money like doesn't really exist. It's just paper. If you will go to some people in like Siberia, they didn't saw money in their lives. They will not believe that money is a thing that you can like exchange for things and it's like valuable. So our beliefs are very limited, and also this is like from my life, example from my life. So I had the belief that I cannot do certain things, like I said before, because I am disabled, but this belief doesn't make any sense because I can. But I was playing a victim because it was easy. I was blaming my physical self for not achieving what I want. So yeah, I was blaming my disability for the fact that wasn't like I wasn't social, and I had problems with like you know, simple stuff like playing football or like whatever, and like other kids were playing and I was like the lonely kid in the corner, you know. And I was like, oh my god, this is all because of this disability, bro. Like, oh my god, my life is so, you know. But today, I was driving a car with my mentor, like instructor, and he told me about a guy who doesn't have legs, like he is paralyzed, and he still can drive a car. And I am disabled, right? And I felt so bad, you know, for the person who's disabled more than me, but the person had the will to like pass the driving license, right? To have the driving license. So the fact that you are disabled, fat, you know, skinny, short, you know, whatever the fuck, you can still choose a response to it. You are responsible for your actions, for every action. Even though I am disabled, it's not my fault. It's not my fault that I am disabled because I was born with it, you know. But I am responsible for choosing the response to not give the power to my disability and do whatever the fuck I want. Because like we have one life and we need to like use it correctly, like fully to the like, you know, you get the idea. So what I wanted to say more, yeah, so that was like very important concept that I learned from it, that even though like I knew about it kind of before, but it was like it was very much more detailed and I am like simplifying everything, but I just learned it and I try to like comprehend the idea. So what also was in that video was that every of our beliefs has like the power of a belief. So like I said before, the belief that I like apples is like, okay, I like apples, but it's like I don't give a fuck. Like I just like apples. It isn't a strong belief. So the beliefs that we have different, they are stronger or weaker, and we can change those by proving, like having the experience that proves a certain way. So if I like apples and I will eat an apple that I like, then I will prove the belief that I like apples. But if I will eat an apple which is not tasty, then I will prove to myself that maybe I don't like apples, and I will change the belief. So in that way, of course, this is like a very simple example, but you can use it to any like activity or like thing in life. So you can change your beliefs by creating new experiences, because experiences creates your beliefs. If it makes sense, because it's very simplified what I am saying here. So yeah, what I've learned is I am responsible for myself fully, even though there are some things that you cannot control. And of course it's not easy to change, but if you want to change, then you need to take responsibility, because it isn't the fault of anyone else than you for your current state. You are responsible for your state, and I am responsible for mine, of course. So everything that happens in my life is like the sum of all of the decisions that I made till this moment. So the fact that I am recording this video is a sum of every decision that I made before. And they are bad and they are good, it depends, but you know, you get the idea. So ultimately the lesson is that you are responsible for everything that happens in your life. Yeah. Adios.